I am here to demystify all of the costs involved in egg donation. So, if you are an egg donor watching this, you will incur absolutely zero costs. Everything is reimbursed. So if you have to purchase birth control, that's reimbursed. All travel that you might need to do is reimbursed. If you have to drive for over 15 miles, I believe, at least at my agency, Graceful Beginnings, you are reimbursed 55 cents per mile. So again, zero costs. Egg donation costs zero for you. You only make money. If you're an intended parent, there are a lot of various costs. So egg donor agencies, they do not handle any of the medical costs associated with egg donation. That is all handled through the clinic that they are working with. So the donor medication, the donor the appointments for the donor's medical evaluation and monitoring appointments, and then the cost for the donor's egg retrieval. That is all paid to the clinic. So the agency, there are various costs that we are responsible for. So the agency fee, that is the only payment that goes directly to the agency. All other funds for everything else that I'm about to list, it all goes into an escrow account and is paid out from the escrow account. So one other thing that can go directly to the agency fee or the agency is the travel coordination fee. So if the donor is out of town and will require the agency to book airfare for her and her companion, accommodations, transportation, issuing per diem, then most agencies, we charge a $500 travel coordination fee that is added on to the agency fee. We also are we're responsible for procuring the egg donor insurance policy. So this currently, as of May 2024, the insurance policy that our agency uses is $425. So that amount goes into the escrow account. If it is a first-time donor, the fee for the psychologist who will perform the donor's psychological evaluation is $350. And the family risk assessment, which is just a phone call with a genetic counselor that the egg donor has to go over her personal and family health history. That is $315. The genetic carrier screening that the donor does, which is a saliva test that's sent back to a lab, that is paid through the clinic, not the agency. We also collect, again, as of May 2024, a $5,000 deposit, or not deposit, a $5,000 fee for the donor's travel. Sometimes we need less than that, sometimes a little bit more, depending on the specifics of travel. You know, for example, donors that are doing a cycle in New York City, sometimes we need a little bit more because the costs are so high. Okay, for a donor that's not out of town, we still usually collect, maybe $1,000, $2,000 for travel because some donors are eligible for mileage. So for us, if a donor lives more than 15 miles away from the clinic, she receives 55 cents per mile for the round trip for her trips to the clinic. And then from this, we also pay out, incidentals such as the donor's per diem. So for donors that actually have to travel and stay overnight, the donor receives $75 per day and her companion receives $50 per day. And if a donor isn't out of town, but say she's going to be gone from home for a significant amount of time to travel to and back from the clinic, then she is able to receive $25 for food for that round trip. Okay, attorney fees. So typically the fee for the intended parent's attorney that will draft the donor agreement and support negotiations, most attorneys that we work with, they charge a flat fee of $1,000 to $1,500 for this service. This is paid directly to the attorney. It does not go through escrow or the agency. However, the fee for the attorney that the agency retains for the donor does go through escrow. Currently, that fee is a flat fee of $500. The escrow management fee, so if intended parents use a service such as Seed Trust, that fee is $400. It goes directly to escrow, not through the agency. Intended parents can also choose to have their attorney hold escrow. Most attorneys, at least in Southern California, charge a flat fee of $500 for escrow management. And then the last cost is the donor fee, which again is negotiated before the match is made. That fee is put into the retainer agreement that is signed to create that match. And after that point, it cannot be changed by any parties. That goes into escrow as well, and the agency instructs escrow to release that donor fee to the donor after her egg retrieval. So those are all of the costs that the agency helps to handle. Some of the costs that again are paid directly from the intended parents to the service provider, and again all medical costs are paid to the clinic, or the clinic instructs where you need to pay, such as the pharmacy that provides the donor medication. So I really recommend having a sit down with the financial coordinator at the clinic that you're working with to fully understand all the fees, to see if there are any potential discounts. Sometimes there are some great discounts that you can find at different pharmacies for the medication. So definitely ask them to also review your insurance to see if insurance might cover any of the medical costs of egg donation. All right, if you have any questions about this or anything else, let me know in the comments below. You can also email me at the email provided in the video description.